Hello guys, this is Spicy, and this is a review on a Bandai high grade 144 scale Gunpla starter set number 1. So basically, we get two kits in this set, and the retail price you can probably get this kit for $24 in the US. This was actually released in 2010. However, this kit, the RX-78-2, is actually the 2001 version, not the 30th anniversary version. That one actually has better articulation and a lot more detail. I guess the one of the reason why they chose to go with the 2001 version because it's actually really simple to put together. And unfortunately, the articulation is kind of lacking on this one. But this set is designed for beginners. So, yeah. Anyway, if you're looking for like a much better RX-78-2, the original Gundam, probably pick up the Revive version. But if you're starting out, this kit is pretty nice because you get two kits for a very reasonable price. You also get the Zaku. I haven't built the Zaku yet, but you guys sing so many Zakus on this channel, so I will get to that eventually. Anyway, let's take a look at the box. The Zaku's still inside. The parts for the Zaku, anyway. It has some very detailed instructions on how to put together the kit. Also come with this booklet, which I will talk about. And just show you some pictures of the RX-78 all detailed up. Original retail price is 2,000 yen in Japan. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. So let's actually take a look at this thing. How to build your Gunpla. So just some beginner tips. Tells you what kind of tools you need. Obviously nippers and hobby knife. Tweezer for the sticker, some Q-tip, and some toothpicks. All very useful stuff. The toothpick is good for those foil stickers, so are the tweezers, and this help you, apply the sticker properly, so without, damaging or scratching up the stickers. And here's also some very interesting technique on how to attach the polycaps. So if you guys have some issues with, attaching the polycap or how to, clean up nut marks. These are also very good tips on how to deal with nut marks. You can, place your nipper right up to the part and cut up the nut mark, then shave off the excess with the hobby knife. Anyway. Here we also have some more tips on how to attach the parts. Also, this thing actually comes in very handy. This is like a parts separator. So, if you, messed up and, attach the parts together, you can use this parts separator to separate the parts. So that's actually very useful if you can find one. I believe the only way to get this thing is if you buy one of those mega size kits or something. Yeah, and those are like $100 or something. Anyway, here we have some more tips. Unfortunately, they're all in Japanese. And here's how you apply the sticker. So basically what you want to do is use a tweezer, apply the stickers, and then use the toothpick to press down onto the sticker so it become applied properly. Also another interesting tip here on how to separate the side skirt, the front skirt. You can actually cut it in half and create like individually articulated front skirt. Alright, and then here's some more some tips for the Zaku, which are really not that complicated. The Zaku is actually a really easy build. Also, here's some more tips on how to deal with seam lines. So what do you do? It's basically you can use some plastic cement and just glue the two parts together like that. Show you how to apply that. And once you apply them together, you have the glue dry, and then you take some sandpaper and then you sand the parts down and then basically what that does is make the parts looks flush without the seam line. So that's a very good tip actually. Alright, and yeah, same with here. So basically glue the two parts together, sand down the seam line, and then yeah, also you can clean up the nut marks more with the hobby knife and then sand down the parts so you can't see the nut marks anymore. Also how to deal with the safety flags on the beefing. Some people like to keep these on, some people doesn't. I prefer having this safety flag on so I don't poke my eye out on accident. You know, I'm actually very clumsy. And yeah, and here's some painting tips. Yeah, so these are pretty simple if you want to paint in the eyes. Those are actually something very easy to do. It's just very, and then some panel lining tips. Basically use a panel lining pen and then you clean up the excess with the Q-tip. So yeah, and it talks about some more, you know, some older kits. As you can see, they actually went a long way with these kits. So we have this one from the 1/144 scale from 1980. Take a look at the proportion on that guy. And then we have some stuff all the way back from the early 80s. You can see Bandai has made a lot of improvement over the years. So all these are old kits from the 80s and the 90s, all the way up to the early 2000s. 2010. See right here we got the Revive version, the 30th anniversary version, and then and beyond. All right, so that's this booklet is actually very helpful if you're starting out as a beginner. And right here we have the instruction booklet on how to assemble the RX-78. On the flip side, we have the instruction booklet for the Zaku 2. So that's that. Anyway, let's take a look at the accessory for this kit. Obviously, we have the shield, and then we have the handle and the connector. We have the core fighter here, only in 2 colors. Obviously, this thing needs to be detailed up significantly. I'm personally not a fan of core fighters, so whatever. And we have the bazooka right here. Pretty cool. Not much to say about this, it's just the bazooka. And then we have the beam rifle with the trigger finger. Some minor articulation here for the handle, and then you can adjust the sight. Yeah, no detail, no paint, no sticker, so it's kind of plain. And then we have this little piece right here. I have the clip for the bazooka already attached, like that. And if you don't want that, you can remove this piece and plug this piece in if you like. Alright, and then obviously he's holding the beam sabers. The beam sabers have the beam saber effect part, which you can remove, which is actually really interesting because a lot of the kits in the in the 2000s comes with like one-piece beam sabers. Like basically people call them toothpicks. So it's just the beam saber handle with the beam saber attached in one color plastic. And most of the time it's like white, and you have to paint in the beam saber effect. So having this is actually really nice. All right, and then we have 2 universal multi-purpose gripping hands, which you can use to hold on to the shield, like so. And the shield can be attached via this peg hole here, which is a polycap. See if I can do that. Maybe just attach this like that. And then move the hand into position like so. Yeah, there we go. You can also attach it to this hand, this arm if you like, forearm. And let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this hand off. Once again, it's a polycap to the ball joint, like so. Now you can have the beam rifle. Very cool. Alright, so since this is an older kit, the articulation's obviously very limited. We have the ball joint for the feet, we have a hinge right here, and that's it. You can move the, I guess, the ankle armor, and take a look at this. This is not so great. As you can see, this is not flush. Obviously, you're probably gonna have to do some work, because it looks like the part isn't matching up. I don't know if this is due to a part's, mold degradation, or it's just, yeah, it's just really, old design. Not that great. The newer kits are significantly better. So yeah, we have a single bend knee right here, and we have the old school ball joint to polycap. So the ball joint here, polycap here, moving the articulation. You can still articulate the side skirt up and down, front skirt forward, lift up the front skirt, back skirt is fixed. We do have the 360 waist. There's actually one gimmick here where you can, they suggest that you can raise the, just pull up the upper torso like that, and maybe get side to side. Yeah, it says it in the manual, so that's part of the feature. Alright, and as far as the arm go, we do have a polycap here attached to a peg system, or I guess you can get the butterfly movement right there, and we got the bicep swivel like that. The arm can go perpendicular like that, so that's pretty nice. It's a polycap connection. The shoulder is actually individual piece, so pretty interesting. You can see that comes off. So you stick onto the shoulder armor first, then you stick the arm onto the peg. Alright, single bend elbow, and ball joint for the hand to the polycap. Head is on the ball joint, that's it. There's a little bit hinge, but there's really not much you can do with that. You can rotate the head 360. And that is pretty much it. That's your the RX-78-2. I only did the detailing. I did the panel lining for the head. I didn't do any panel lining for the body whatsoever, because I'm actually going to paint this kit for a customer. Turn this one into the RX-78-1, the prototype. So basically that guy is just black, red, and gray. It's a very interesting color scheme. And yeah, hope you guys look forward to that custom. I will get to that eventually, someday. Just not anytime soon. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this kit. I'll probably, build the Zaku in the next maybe couple weeks. And then finish up this review on this Gunpla starter kit. And let you guys know the final verdict on it. That's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys find the information helpful. Thanks for watching.